Well, you want to podcast?
Do you want to be a guest?
You want to be a guest?
What do you know about Harry Potter?
Not a thing. Never read one.
And it would,
Didn't really
Me
get
either.
the movies either.
You didn't? Didn't really get them?
I didn't get them. I don't know who those people are, why some are bad, some are good.
Huh.
You're kind of useless.
Yeah, I know.
Harry's crazy and the guy's mean to the fat kid. That's all I know. And Hermione's cute.
She's talking about Malfoy to the...
No, the kid who lives in the house with Harry and they lock him in a closet or something.
Dudley.
Yeah.
The fat kid's mean to Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fat kid's mean to Harry.
Yeah.
And Hermione's so cute.
Well, it's Emma Watson.
And the redheaded kid,
Ron.
Ron's got a very strange family.
Do you remember when?
They all seem smart, though.
Do you remember when I wanted to go try out to be Ron in 3rd grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have.
Shoulda.
Life would be totally different now, but oh well, here
Well.
we are.
Here you are. Just podcasting about it
Yeah,
instead.
instead just
All right.
reviewing it.
Bye.
Okay. Hey, and welcome to the Pod Cafe. I'm Nick Potts.
I'm Emily Potts.
And
We're in the same room.
we are in the same room for the first time ever recording this podcast. Not ever in the same room, but
Wait, you missed the line. I cut you off.
what line did we miss?
We drink coffee and...
Yeah, except today we don't.
Oh, yeah.
We don't drink. Today we're drinking some adult beverages
And talking about the podcast that we listen to.
and talking about the podcast that we listen to. Because today we're at a
Sip and see.
sip and see, which sounds like slip and slide.
Someone at my office said that yesterday. They were like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I was like, "I'm going to a sip and see," and they were like, "That sounds like a slip and slide."
Yeah, when you called it a sip and see last episode, I had no idea what you were talking about.
It's a millennial thing that's happening where you have a baby shower, but it's after the baby is born. So you really just bring your gift, drink some adult cocktails, and stare at the baby. So we just
Which
sip
is what
and
we've been doing.
Yeah, we've been sipping and seeing.
Yeah. So our cousin had a baby.
Yeah.
A while ago.
No, July 18th.
Not too long ago.
Yeah. So we're just
A little
sipping
more
and
than a
staring
month.
at it.
So, but we haven't met it yet till today.
Yeah, we met it
Now we did.
Yeah. It's a nice looking baby.
Yeah, I held it once.
Yeah, me
Or
too.
him. I held
Him. It's a dude.
Is it though? Because aren't we letting them choose now?
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe
We don't
he's
know.
Gender non-binary.
Yeah.
But his name is Byron,
His name's
and
Byron.
he looks like a baby.
He's open to nicknames. Ron, B-Ron.
B-Ron. Bye. Bye's not good.
That one's not good.
Erin? Nope.
You Ron?
Ron. Those are pretty bad names.
So what are you drinking? Do you know?
Today I'm drinking. What is it called? The Blue Merman?
Merman cocktail?
Yeah, it's a. Is this a play on the word sea?
What do you mean?
You know, because sea as in eyes, but sea as in sea.
mermaid man?
Like water?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know why they call it that, but I'm drinking I think it's called a Blue Merman, and it's blue in color. And you told me it is 2 bottles of champagne and one bottle of gin.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the cup I'm drinking, but in the whole thing.
In the whole blue container. There was pineapple floating in it.
Oh, that's my favorite fruit.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So that's what I'm drinking right now. It's good. I'm not much of an alcohol drinker. I was afraid when you mentioned the gin because
I hate
as far as alcohol goes, that's the worst. The worst kind. But
can't taste it.
I only tasted champagne, really. What is the juice portion of this drink?
The fact that it's blue, I think this is a don't ask, don't tell situation.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like any juice.
Yeah, it's not weird. Yeah.
It just tastes like blue champagne.
Yeah. Also, disclaimer for listeners: if you hear some laughing or outbursts, we're
still at the sip and see.
Yeah, we're recording during gift opening session because we don't care.
Because it really has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Except for that we
and
gave
my gift
gifts.
was already opened like right away, so I was
think
done.
I missed the opening of my gift, so Yeah, it doesn't matter. So there might be an air conditioner going. There might be some babies crying or people talking and stuff. But
it's just sip and see.
Yeah, it's just we'll just sip and see what happens.
We'll sip and see what happens.
We'll sip and see what happens.
Yeah, it's the Blue Mermaid.
So I don't know. As far as champagne goes, it all tastes the same to me. So,
yeah, I had 2 of those already. I've moved on to beer. Just gotta slow down on the merman cocktail.
It's pretty good.
It's strong.
If I'm gonna drink alcohol, like mimosas or something, I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I like mimosas. So this is kind of a mimosa minus the orange juice.
What would you give it in your rating?
This is really hard because we've only been rating coffee so far.
I know.
So
it's not on a coffee scale. It's a whole new scale.
Yeah, way different scale. And I'm not well versed enough in alcohol to give a educated rating, but I'll give it like a 7, 6.
Okay.
Only because whatever it's supposed to be, it isn't. It's just champagne.
Okay.
So, yeah, roughly 6 or 7. It's doing its job. What about you? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking. So we're in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
New Glarus is a brewery in Wisconsin.
Everybody in Illinois loves New Glarus.
But you can't get it in Illinois. You can only buy it in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm drinking my favorite one from the New Glarus brewery, which is not Spotted Cow. Spotted Cow is
everybody loves Spotted Cow.
Everybody loves Spotted Cow. My favorite is Totally Naked.
So what's the difference?
I mean, Spotted Cow is like their normal light.
Is there like a flavor difference?
Thing. Yeah. This one is more of a lager.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of words on it I was trying to read to summarize, but there's a lot. It's great. It's my favorite one. I don't know.
So 10 out of 10? As far as beers go? It's your favorite beer or your favorite?
No, my favorite New Glarus.
Oh.
It's like an 8 out of 10 as far as beers go.
As far as beers go? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite beer?
I don't know. I don't think I've found it yet.
That's fair.
I think I'm still looking.
How do you really know?
I'm still looking. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty solid numbers.
Yeah.
So today we're doing the arts and entertainment genre of the podcast community, and you picked a podcast I freaking love. It's really good.
You probably like it more than I do, and you've clearly listened to more episodes than I have.
Yeah, I just started from episode 1, and I'm now on 19-ish. So the podcast is Potterless. Potterless. And basically Potterless. This guy, when he started, was 24 years old, and
his name's Mike Schubert.
His name is Mike Schubert, who, if you listen to the end of any of the podcasts, he's like, this podcast was written by Mike Schubert, produced by Mike Schubert, directed by Mike Schubert.
Mike Schubert does everything.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But he's never read the Harry Potter series before. And so that's basically what this podcast is. He is reading the series and bringing on guests and going through it page by page and basically seeing how it holds up as an adult and basically picking fun at it, mostly.
Mostly, yeah.
And I love it because we mentioned on a previous podcast that CrossFit athletes, vegans, and Harry Potter fans all have something in common, and that's that they're obsessed and don't stop talking about anything other than those 3 things.
Yeah.
Because our generation is crazy obsessed with Harry Potter.
Other fun facts about him, I was just looking up his Twitter. Okay. This is fun because
His Twitter or Potterless' Twitter?
His Twitter. This is fun because I can live tweet while we record, because since we're not in different locations, you can just tell when I'm not paying attention versus I have to. Yeah, that'll be good. You can fill air while I'm doing this.
Okay.
He was voted best dancer and best hair in 8th grade.
Now, do you think that's accurate or he made it up?
I don't know. It seems like a true sentence. He says, voted best hair or best dancer and best hair in 8th grade. I host Potterless Pod, where I rant about Quidditch, which he does. He does. He hates Quidditch.
He hates Quidditch. Hates it. Every episode has a Quidditch rant. Yeah. I have a lot of issues with Harry Potter. Quidditch was not one of them until he started talking about it and pointing out all the holes in Quidditch, and now I'm not a Quidditch lover either.
Yeah. I do think, so he talks about, basically, so he's reading the book. So we kind of get summaries, the way it's set up. It's like chapter by chapter.
Yeah, we're following him in real time, reading the books.
Yeah, so it's chapter by chapter. Each episode is usually like a few chapters.
Like 5.
Yeah. The ones I was listening to, one of the episodes I listened to was just one chapter. So, but it's a few chapters at a time. Yeah,
as the books go on.
And he has guests, and they basically just kind of summarize what's happening in the chapter, and then they go off on a lot of tangents and talk about like thoughts about what's happening.
Yeah.
And it's pretty freaking funny.
It's really funny. It's really funny. It'll be interesting because we started at different places. I started straight at the beginning. I went from episode 1, book 1, and you started at book 6 he's on right now?
Yeah, so, you know what, I understand why you're more, like, into this than I am. I should have started at 1.
I don't know why you didn't. I thought you had listened to it before.
I was like, I just want to catch up. And that was not the right approach, but it's fine. I never read the books either. So
you never read any of them?
No. So I've only seen the movies, and as he's talking, I'm like, who the heck are these characters? Like, some of them I think are just not in the movies, right?
Yeah, that's probably true.
That's a problem for me. I don't know who they are. So I think I'm going to go back and maybe start over at book 1, but I was really enjoying the last
But that's what I really love about this podcast is it's for both sides. It's for Harry Potter fanatics, and it's for people who are not familiar with the Harry Potter series, because neither is he.
Yeah.
But the guests usually are. I think I'm the only one in our family who read the Harry Potter books.
Yeah, I started to read the first one, and I was like, this thing is long, and stopped.
Well, they get longer as they go on.
So I gave up at the good part then.
Here's my Harry Potter background. This is why I have resorted to making fun of the Harry Potter fandom. It's because I was a huge fan when I was a kid. When I was in 3rd grade, I wanted to go to England and try out to be Ron Weasley. And didn't, obviously. But I was a huge fan.
I'm kind of happy you didn't, though, you know?
I wouldn't have fit.
Yeah, Ron was great.
Ron was great. And I read 1 through 5, books 1 through 5, bought books 6 and 7, was really excited to read them, but before I had a chance, somebody, and I can't remember who, asked to borrow them from me, because I don't think I was quite done with 5, so I wasn't ready to read 6 and 7 yet, so I lent them to someone to read, and never got them back for the rest of my life, and just never, to this day, don't know who has them, and
Wait,
never read 6 and 7.
you gave them all away before you read them?
No, just 6 and 7.
Oh.
So I never read books 6 and 7. I read 1 through 5. And I think that hindered my becoming a Harry Potter superfan. Wow. Which, you know, I'm a little grateful for now that I'm not in the Harry Potter.
That you're not a super fan?
My roommate is a super fan. And, yes, I dropped him off at the airport recently, and we were listening to this podcast on the way, and he was like... He was like, I mean, this guy's funny, but I feel like a lot of his points could be argued.
So Alex doesn't like Mike Schubert.
Not a fan of Potterless. But what it's come down to is, well, after listening to this podcast, for sure, what it's come down to is people only like Harry Potter for nostalgia reasons, and it doesn't actually hold up as a story as an adult. And it's basically filled with plot holes and info dumps. Yeah. So there's that. That's a lot of talking about this podcast we did without even getting to a criteria section.
So, but another fun thing, in the later ones, since I started in a later book, he was talking about, like, what spin-offs he'll do. And he was like, I was thinking about, like, Potterless. Like... Oh,
podcast spin-offs.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, because what's he going to do when he's done?
Game of Thrones lists.
Oh.
And then he said his wife, I think he said, or girlfriend, wife, significant other, lady in his life, really likes Lord of the Rings. So then he was thinking Loaderless.
Okay. He did mention Lord of the Rings one time in the earlier episodes. That's a good idea. I mean, he should just corner the market on this. I've never done this thing that everybody else has done. When they do a podcast about it. And I think he deserves the right to do all those podcasts instead of somebody else doing them. But yeah, this was a brilliant idea for a podcast, and I wish, one, I never read the Harry Potter books, and two, I did this podcast before him. But
well, yeah.
Now I just got to review it.
It was a brilliant idea.
It was a very good idea.
Yeah.
Shall we jump into the criteria?
Yeah. Okay, so we start with music slash introduction.
Hello, Internet, and welcome back.
And it's basically just like, the music is great because it's like the Hogwarts Harry Potter
intro
song.
theme is just, it's like...
But someone wrote, like, someone's playing it, like...
Yeah, it's a remix.
Yeah.
They like...
Remix.
Yeah, they remixed it. But still, it's like just the theme.
Yeah.
And every time I hear it, I wonder, like, how'd they get the rights to this? How do they not get sued for using the Harry Potter theme?
They're probably doing
think they
something
don't care?
different with, like, the keys. Or...
Yeah, maybe it's just different enough.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I don't know. Or maybe they just don't care. Like, maybe it's giving Harry Potter publicity anyways.
Yeah.
So...
That's true. Yeah, they probably don't care.
They probably don't care. But it's good. It's a Harry Potter theme, but it's remixed. It's good.
I like it.
Yeah. You're gonna
his intro is a little long with the whole... I don't know.
Every time?
No.
Well, what is he doing in your intros?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, how different your intros are. So, he's like a Patreon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he thanks all the new Patreon people.
Yeah.
And, like, says their names.
Yeah. So, it made sense in the beginning, in my episodes, because he at the very beginning, episode 1, he's not on Patreon yet, I don't think. And then he starts a Patreon and then gets people become... So, like, I think people just started becoming Patreons. So, he's got, like, 2 new patrons, so you would thank them.
I have a whole list where
Yeah.
I'm at, and it's annoying, so I skip it.
That's probably something he just roped himself into, because he
Yeah.
started doing it and had to keep thanking people by name.
Yeah, it's
So-
kind of driving me nuts now. So
yeah.
I don't actually listen to the intro, I skip it. I
Okay.
listened to it once, and then I was like, I can't listen to all these damn people's names. But I like the music.
Yeah, the music's fine.
And then, well, he does the thanking thing first, I think. So then
Yeah.
when I hear the music, I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yeah. He does the thanking thing first.
Yeah.
That would be annoying with the page.
Yeah, it's
if you
pretty
have
annoying.
a lot, like, is the list really long at that point?
I mean, he's not doing like 100 people. He's just doing new people from the week.
Yeah.
But it is like 10 to 15 names.
Yeah.
And I'm just like...
in my episodes, it's like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3 names. That's it.
So, I feel like that's a bit of a negative point for me on the intro. But other than that, I think it's fine. I like his basic, like, I'm a 25-year-old reading the Harry Potter series for the first time.
Now, does he say 25 in your episodes?
Yeah.
Because he is 25.
Yeah, he says 25.
I just got to an episode where he's like, this is a podcast about a 24-year-old, although by the time this episode comes out, I'll probably be 25.
Yeah, he says, I've only heard 25.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've only heard 24, pretty much, at this point.
So, he is keeping updated, which is
That's
good.
cool. Okay, well, I mean, as far as the intro goes, what, like a 9 for me?
Okay, I mean, I think I'm going to go 8.
Yeah, I almost
The names
went 8.
annoy me enough.
That much,
so,
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet, so.
Just wait.
But I like that he doesn't have to, like, do ads in the beginning, at least.
Yeah. He does ads when you get to my area.
Oh, he's got sponsors,
He has
too,
sponsors now.
Oh, he
Which
only has Patreon.
It's kind of cool, though, because he was like, hey, we're finally a big kid podcast. I can finally say we have a sponsor. Like, it wasn't the first episode I listened to.
Yeah.
But one of the second or third or something, he started reading a sponsorship for Audible.
Come in.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're podcasting.
Okay, I'm gonna change his diaper over.
Oh, that's fine.
Great!
So just don't mind us.
No,
Do
yeah.
what you're doing.
Oh, well, we can pause
Yeah,
while
we'll take
you
a little-
do that.
little podcast
we were
break.
wondering if someone was going to come in while we were doing this.
You guys are like legit over here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, this is the first time we've done it in the same room together.
Mm-hmm.
Usually she's in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were just stealing Byron's room.
We're just
we were like
the nicest room in the house.
we're just getting drunk at the Sip and See
on the floor of the baby's room,
talking about Harry Potter.
They're good. What are you guys? Second cousins? First cousins? I can't remember.
I don't
Technically,
remember.
I am a first once removed cousin.
Okay, you guys are good.
Secondly,
whatever you are.
I am dying at the baby animals, though. They're so freaking cute.
Ooh, Etsy.
they are adorable.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, everything a baby on Etsy.
Oh my god, they're so cute. The raccoon is, like, unfortunately adorable, because those
That's
things...
the best one. That or the squirrel.
Yeah.
I can't decide which one's
The squirrel's pretty cute.
Yeah.
I love the squirrel.
Yeah,
Oh, I like the wolf too.
The
So you guys
owls,
do this every Saturday?
Every Sunday
Sunday.
usually,
Sunday,
but I'm
okay.
busy tomorrow. So
and I'll be at breakfast at Aunt Chrissy's. You know, I got a big
yeah.
morning.
You won't get away.
Yeah.
Nah.
She texted me yesterday or 2 days ago because I was like, I'm going to sleep over and I'm going to bring some laundry. And she was like, okay, so for Sunday, we have breakfast and then there's something else and then probably lunch at Amanda's and then we're going to bring Allison to the airport. And I was like, lovely.
It's like old times.
Full day.
Alright, I'll let you guys get back to
Okay.
Oh, bye. Okay,
Alright.
we'll be back soon.
it. Alright, we'll see you downstairs.
All right.
Later, I was like, who's in Byron's room? What is going on? Okay.
All right. I don't even know if I'm gonna cut that out. All right.
All right, should we
So
jump
what
into
were
the
we talking
content?
about? You gave it an 8, and I give it a 9.
Yeah, we're going to talk about content now.
Okay. Well, content is Harry Potter.
Yeah, it is. So, I mean, he's really, like, summarizing each chapter. So he's like, this happens, this, like, very
detailed,
deep.
like
yeah.
pulling out specific lines
Yeah.
in the book and stuff.
Because he's, like, reading and taking notes and then being like, ooh, talk about this on the podcast. Or,
Yeah.
like, read this on the podcast.
Yeah, and specifically looking for like plot holes and things he can make fun of,
Yeah.
which I think is fun.
Yeah.
And she does a really good job because so far in every episode, whenever he points out something or makes fun of something, the guests are always like, "Yeah, no, you're right. I don't." Like my favorite one to this day is from episode 1. Where Dumbledore's got this thing that like takes the lights out of street lamps.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they call it the putter-outer.
Putter-outer.
Is he
talks
still
about
talking
that.
about
Yeah,
it?
he's still talking about that. Because there were 2 episodes already that I listened to where he's like, again, it's a putter-outer, not a deluminator.
Yeah, it's a putter-outer, which is a terrible name. So
Mm-hmm.
he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he's still talking about the putter-outer.
the putter-outer and Quidditch
Yeah.
is like his number 1 things to hate on.
Yeah.
That, and does he still bring up that the herbology teacher's name was Sprout?
No.
He
We're
talks
over
about
that.
that a lot.
Well, the episodes that I listened to were the Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
So I started at the beginning of that book, and the first 2 or some chapters in that book are Harry's not even, like, in the perspective yet. Like, he's not in the scenes, so it's not, like, written
It's
from
just
Harry.
like Snape.
It's, like, the Prime Minister, and then the...
See, I never read 6 and 7.
Yeah, so it's like that whole piece. And he's like, I love it when it's not the perspective of Harry. We need more of this.
Yeah, he really hates Harry, really likes Hermione,
Yeah.
and
And loves... Is it Ginny?
Ginny.
Yeah, loves Ginny, hates her in the movies.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, in the book, she's, like, kind of funny, supposed to be, like, sassy and, like, have,
Yeah.
like, little side comments that are funny.
Yeah.
And in the movies, she's just kind of a bitch. And he's like, the casting, it was fine. It's not the actress. It's not the actress. It's, like, what she was doing. It wasn't even funny.
I thought the casting's really good in the movies.
Yeah.
At least as far as looks go.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize that she was supposed to be a funny character, though. Like,
Yeah, you
she's
wouldn't.
not funny, but according to him, she's supposed to
See,
be
I don't
funny.
even really remember how she was in the movies that much.
Yeah,
She's such a minor character in the movie, besides the fact that Harry marries her.
yeah,
Or something like that.
yeah.
They get together. But, yeah, so content. He brings guests on,
Yeah.
and usually they're big Harry Potter fans.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've had a few non-Harry Potter fans, though.
yeah, I haven't had any, which
And
is interesting.
They do, like, 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, he's done a lot of that. I just had this like stream of 3 episodes that he did with this British chick.
Yeah, so it's like same guest for a few episodes.
Yeah.
I've had some good guests. One of them was one of the people on the Bright Sessions, which is another one of our faves.
Yeah.
So.
But you didn't like that episode, huh?
She is a Harry Potter hater, and I think that was just like not that fun because
So
I like picking apart the like books and stuff and talking about the flaws, but some of it I was just like, all right, it's a pretty big thing. Like there's a whole Harry Potter world about it. Let's not hate everything.
Well, I like when people try to defend it too.
Yeah.
And get the perspective from both sides. I like the people who can bring something like the British ones were really good actually because she could point out things that make more sense to British people than they do to Americans. Like they were talking about they were talking about the use of the word fortnight in the book. And
bi-weekly or something?
It's 2 weeks. A fortnight is 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Americans don't use that word.
Okay, so
ever.
For sure don't. But one time, someone that I work with sent me an email. He was like from another company, and he was like, "Can we reschedule our fortnightly meetings?" And I was like, "What?"
You're what?
And I was like, "We can sure reschedule them, but what is fortnightly?" So then I googled it, and I was like, "You're right. These are bi-weekly meetings." But I was like, never heard of someone saying fortnightly.
Yeah, apparently it's as common in England as saying, a month, a day, a week, which was interesting. And then, what else did she talk about that was more British than anything else? I don't remember, but she had a pretty interesting perspective. I'm on the Goblet of Fire book, and they were talking about how everybody's mad that Cedric got in the Triwizard Tournament, and then Harry also did. So that's 2 people from Hogwarts, instead of 1 from each school. And Mike was like, even though most people at Hogwarts are just cheering for Cedric because Harry wasn't supposed to be in it, but he's like, even though he's not wouldn't you just prefer that at least somebody from Hogwarts wins? Wouldn't you also cheer for Harry? At least it's school pride. And she's like, that's not a thing in England.
School pride?
Yeah, we don't. That's a largely American college thing. We don't have that. So that was pretty
That's funny.
Yeah. But, there's another girl who's a mythology expert. So she explained, the Grimm, which is Sirius Black's dog form, is a big thing in mythology. And Remus Lupin's name is a big thing in mythology. So those were pretty interesting. So you get to learn a little something, too. Yeah. When you're listening to this podcast. It is
very European educational.
Yeah. I don't know. So content is he hates on Harry Potter.
Yeah,
mostly.
It's basically just the chapters.
I don't know. It's good. I like it a lot. And I think it's cool that it's still going on. I would have thought he finished by now. But he's not quite done yet.
He's only in the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
Or no.
No, he's on Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince. Yeah.
I'm on the Goblet of Fire.
Whatever.
When I'm listening to it. Is he a fan by the time the Half-Blood Prince? Does he like reading it?
He does. And it's funny because he likes certain characters and doesn't like others. And then he talks about like right now he's in this problem of he's like, oh shoot, do I start liking Snape now? He's like, I've always hated him, but now I might like him, because of the weird Snape stuff that happens in this one. But yeah, he likes it, I think.
You think he likes it because he has a podcast about it?
Probably. Probably helps.
If he was
successful podcast about it.
If he was just reading it for the sake of reading it, he probably wouldn't like it.
Yeah, probably not.
I would guess. Anyway, content, I give it 10 out of 10.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 9.
What for?
Because some of the recent ones, the only thing that's been bothering me is sometimes I get a little lost in the tangents they go on, him and the guests. And I'm like, just can you stick to Harry Potter content? Because then sometimes they'll be like, yeah, what if we did this in the real world? And then they start brainstorming things. And I'm like, go back. You're going to lose me. I'm going to forget what happened in the book. But other than that,
that's less of a problem for me, I think, because I read the books.
Yeah.
All right. 9 and 10. What's next?
next we're going to talk about entertainment.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna come back and finish this. I at least want to.
Haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I'm on the fence too. Only because I always say I'm gonna come back and listen, but then like we have to choose a podcast for the next week, so I just can't. Like, how can I spend that time listening to that instead of my other podcast? I would like to see it through to the end of the 7th book.
Yeah.
I don't know if I actually will, but the fact that I would like to, I think means something.
Yeah. I don't know if I will. I like listening to it. I wish I would have listened to it from the beginning. Maybe I'll start over and try the first book again. But I think it's really funny.
It is really funny.
Specifically, the Quidditch conversations tend to make me laugh a lot because in the last one, he was like, okay, first of all, Hermione sucks at Quidditch. and apparently she does, but I don't know if the book says Hermione sucks at Quidditch.
Yeah.
But, there was, basically, this chapter is all about Hermione's flaws, and one of them is Quidditch. And then the other one that he went on a rant about was they were playing 2-on-2 Quidditch, which he was like, there's more balls than people. And,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that was
2-on-2. How does that even work?
I don't know.
Who catches the snitch?
I don't know.
Nobody?
He was saying that, what are the things? Snitch and...
The quaffle?
The quaffle and the bludgers. He was like, maybe they don't do bludgers and they just do snitch and quaffle, but that's still same amount of balls as people.
And how do you look for the snitch if you're busy trying to score with the quaffle?
I don't know.
So far in mine, he has the same Quidditch argument every time, which is, it's a team sport where only one person matters.
Yeah.
And that's the seeker, because once you catch the snitch, the game ends, and you get 150 points.
Yeah.
Which means you win the game, basically.
Yeah. He also says, one thing that I think is kind of funny is that people, comment to him about words he's pronouncing wrong.
Oh, yeah?
And he was like, okay, well, where in the book is the pronunciation for it?
That's true. That's true.
But one thing, he always says J.K. Rowling.
Oh, really?
I always say Rowling.
Rowling? J.K. Rowling? J.K. Rowling? What's the real pronunciation?
I don't know.
I don't know either. J.K.R.
But
some girl referred to her as J.K.R.
Oh, that's better. I like it, though. It reminds me of when we went to Harry Potter World.
It makes me want to go back to Harry Potter World, actually.
I really liked Harry Potter World.
It was a lot of fun, except for he loves the rides. That virtual reality ride made me so
vomit.
sick.
Yeah.
It was
I mostly want to go back and do the wand things.
Yeah.
And drink more of the butterbeer. And
Yeah, I do want more butterbeer.
And...
Do you remember that guy who was really into the spell casting?
Oh, yeah.
The guy who was had to be 20 or 18.
That was one of those Harry Potter fans that I'm like, you're kind of sad.
Too into it.
You're such a nerd. Oh, it's just bad. He was waving his wand and really trying to make the thing move, and it's we're not actually doing magic, buddy.
He's
this
really
thing is motion censored.
I feel a little bad for him because he's one of those people who probably his reality is not great.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't have a ton of friends, and if Harry Potter was just real, the wizarding world was just real, his life would be so much better.
Yeah.
Sad.
The recent episode that I listened to, Luna Lovegood. She was a big character, and she's talking about how, I don't know, all these things. I haven't watched the movies in so long, and I didn't read the book. So every time he's talking, I'm like, I have no idea what the F you're talking about. He'll talk about, people I've never heard of. But in this scene, he was talking about how she was saying they, don't study doing, the dark arts thing that they used to study together, because now there's, a real dark arts professor at Hogwarts. And she was like, yeah... It was nice, because it was kind of when we studied together, it was having friends.
Oh.
And he was like, that was just the saddest thing, because in the real world, Luna Lovegood would have been the coolest chick in high school. But I was like, I don't know, she was kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about
coolest.
But
according to Mike Schubert, she's the coolest kid in high school.
Mike Schubert's an interesting character himself, I think.
Yeah.
But... Anyway, that was a lot more content in the entertainment.
I know, I had so many more ideas. I just recently listened to it, so...
Yeah.
It's all fresh, top of mind. I think my entertainment is a 9. I really like it. It's kind of fun to listen to. The story's fun, his commentary's fun, but I'm on the fence on if I'm going back.
I like it a lot. Mine's a 10, I think.
Okay.
That one pulls me in.
I feel like we've already talked about the structure, but the structure's next.
Did we?
Kind of. I mean, he does the ads.
No ads in the middle, though. That's
there was
nice.
an ad in the middle in the last one I listened to. Just wait, you gotta let it evolve. It was very quick, but it was between chapters. He did an ad.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't that annoying, but I was just like, ooh, ad in the middle, bummer.
I'm not a huge fan of, like, stopping the interview. I guess he's doing it for length, but don't tell us that you're just stopping and then restart. Like, when he's got a guest there that he's going to do multiple episodes with.
Oh, he hasn't done that in any of mine.
Oh, he's always like, all right, we're going to stop right here for the recording, but, we'll start again in 5 minutes for us, but, it won't come out, the episode won't come out, and he, tells us all that.
He doesn't tell us that in the later ones.
Just do that.
Maybe someone gave that advice, because he doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, maybe. Otherwise, structure's pretty basic. Intro, content, outro.
Yeah.
I
think it's...
There's no, segments or anything. He just breaks it up into chapters.
Yeah.
I
think it could be more structured.
Probably could be.
Yeah.
But how?
Just well, maybe not. I guess he's just going through it. But the tangents in the last few episodes have been bad. To a point where they were kind of annoying me.
Maybe less tangents.
But then it might become too structured, You don't want to be like, no tangents.
Yeah, you do want him just to go through it and give his thoughts on it.
Yeah. I feel like I give it a 9.
Yeah, same. 9.
Just because of, the ads in the middle and the...
See, yeah, I haven't gotten those yet, but I guess I have to, based on the fact that they do exist.
The last one is production.
I have surprisingly a lot to say about this one.
Tell me.
First is in the early episodes, and I hope he's corrected this, but stuff happens his phone starts to ring during it, and then he goes off a tangent on it's my sister's boyfriend or something, or I don't know, somebody's calling him, so turn your phone off, or at
least
on silent.
Does he answer it, or does he just tell you about it and then turn it off?
Yeah, no, he doesn't answer anything, but turn your phone on silent, maybe. I'm still in my episodes. He's still pretty new, so I think he just got new equipment. But hasn't quite put out an episode yet with it, using it. So, I guess the audio quality is not bad. He does this one thing that I really actually bothers me, and you can't hear it. When I listen in the car, you can't hear it, but if I'm listening on headphones, I can hear it, and it's either he is putting reverb on his...
I don't know what that means.
Audio files. It means if we were to record this in a bathroom, you know how the sound would bounce off the walls and it would sound echoey?
Yeah.
He puts that on the audio files on purpose. And so there's a small echo on the voices.
That's
which
kind of weird.
I hate it. It drives me nuts. And it's either because he puts it on there specifically, or he's recording in a place that is giving him reverb. So I don't know if that's still a thing later in the podcast. But it is right now.
Okay. I haven't had any issues with production, except for one dude, because it was really echoey. And I was like, ooh, we've had that issue before.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to rate people low when you make those mistakes.
Yeah. But it seemed
But at the same time...
But I mean, most of his are calls or what we do, being from a distance. So I was like, can't hate it too much.
It's definitely harder, if you're recording Google Hangouts audio.
Yeah.
It's way harder to get
The echoing was kind of annoying me. But other than that, I have no problems with production. I like his music intro, does the little nice fade. It's good. It's good.
He doesn't really have any segments, so there's no need for transitions or anything, really. I don't know how he transitions between the ads.
The ads are fine, too, because he uses the, intro music to go back into it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's fine. Smooth.
I give my production an 8.
Okay.
Largely for the reverb.
Okay, I'm going to give mine a 9.
Okay.
Because I didn't hear reverb, and I didn't know what that word meant until a minute ago.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, wow, we did pretty well with this one.
Is that it? We're done?
Well, that's all of the criteria.
Oh.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say about
I mean, I guess not really.
I was trying to think of other funny things that he talked about. He really likes Ginny in the books, really hates her in the movies. It's, like, hilarious. The last few episodes, he was like, she's, like, main character. She was, like, such an important character. It was kind of funny.
I like the guests that he has that actively avoid giving him spoilers. Because he has some guests that, like, just say things that totally ruin stuff or, like, hint at stuff, and it bothers me that he's getting, even though these books came out in the 90s. So
that's another thing that was funny. You might remind me because you said 90s. Like, those are, like, the actual years of the books, too.
The books take place in the 80s, but going into the 90s.
Yeah,
the first one
takes
takes
place.
place
Okay, so the book
in the 80s.
I was on right now is supposed to be 96.
Yeah. So it started before the night, like just before.
Yeah.
Because I think book 3 takes place in like the 90s at some point.
Because he was talking about, like, what's Ron's dad's name?
Arthur?
Arthur? Yeah.
Arthur Weasley?
Yeah, how he's, like, such a involved dude and, like, wants to know things. And
Yeah.
he was like, let's just give this dude Wikipedia.
Yeah. They don't have the internet.
But it's like, he's like, it's 96 now. Let's get this guy on Wikipedia.
They don't have cell phones in the wizarding world.
Yeah.
It was funny when he mentioned that the books say that Dudley plays his PlayStation a lot. But they specifically say PlayStation.
Yeah.
For some, instead of like video games or any other system.
Yeah.
He's like, it seems like some product placement. I don't know. But
it's too early for that. No, maybe not.
It was the 90s. Yeah, I don't know. But that was pretty funny. But yeah, they take place in the 90s, which is, I think, gonna make these books hold up even less the farther.
Oh yeah, people are done reading
go.
these.
Yeah.
People don't read these anymore.
Well, that's why they have to make this Harry Potter world and like all these new movies and stuff.
I love Harry Potter world. I want to go back again.
I do want to go back to Harry Potter
I want to
world.
wear like a robe and get a wand. Like, I think it'll be even more fun if we go all in.
Yeah.
Like we
kid.
went and we were kind of just observing, checking it out,
seeing what it was like,
going on some rides, drinking some beers, walking around. But I think we should go like all in.
All into Harry Potter world. I would get. Do you know what house you are?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talked a lot about me and Mike on the last few episodes.
Oh yeah. Talked a lot about it.
I think when I listen in the car, I do a lot of yep.
Yeah.
I'm a Gryffindor, which I
How
think
do you
is.
know? Did you take a test?
I took the test.
Oh, okay.
There is like the test.
Yeah.
You know.
The Pottermore test.
Yeah. Which I was kind of bummed about because I was like, ugh, it's so mainstream.
Yeah.
Like, to be a Gryffindor.
Yeah. Well, some people like Alex is a Gryffindor, and he loves being a Gryffindor.
I was hoping to be more of the Hufflepuff.
The one that everybody hates? The one that everybody makes fun of?
I just feel like it's really underrepresented in the community, and I could do good things.
It's pretty underrepresented in the books, even.
What's the other one? Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Which is, I thought it was interesting that he pointed out, like, Ravenclaw's mascot is not a raven. But somebody did the artwork and made it a raven. It's technically an eagle.
There's a baby crying and I'm distracted by it.
I was just hoping it wouldn't come in here.
They're good. They're good out there.
They're good. They got it.
Wonder if we're taking over the room where they want to come with the baby. Yeah.
I'm a Slytherin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, that's not actually cool, though.
It's not like, okay.
Because Slytherins are, like, bad people.
No, but they're not.
Yeah, they are. Like what good Slytherin do you know?
The ones they talk about are bad, but Slytherin is, like, ambitious and cunning and stuff. Like, it doesn't mean you're evil.
They're, like, the not good people of the community.
No.
They're, like, the not good people, yeah.
I'm sure there's been plenty of Slytherin who have just
snakes.
been average people.
They're the snakes of the community, and a snake's not a good thing.
Maybe. Well, neither is I don't know what Hufflepuffs is.
Oh, well, I'm not a Hufflepuff. I'm a Gryffindor, and I'm embarrassed of it, but yeah.
Well, Mike really likes being a Gryffindor.
I know. It's so mainstream.
Yeah.
I want to be cooler than that.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to go back to Harry Potter World and buy
I would
a
love to
robe.
go back. That was freaking fun.
Maybe we can get Mike to go with us.
Mike, let's ask him. I wonder if he's
Super.
been. I'm gonna tweet at him. See
He
if
has
he's
been.
been. Oh, he has.
Yeah, he talks
He
about
didn't
it.
talk about it when I went.
He's
What
been
is, did he
twice.
like it?
Yeah, he only went to the one connected to Treasure Island, so I don't know if he's been to both sections.
Oh, we did both. We took the
We did do both. We took the train,
the
the Hogwarts Express.
Hogwarts Express at platform 9 3/4.
9 3/4.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Potterless Twitter right now, and he has this thing called #Fuck Quidditch Friday,
Fuck Quidditch Friday.
where he asks like a question. I'll try and see what all of them are, but I came across a fun one. Today's question: Orange slices and Capri Sun was the go-to post-game snack for childhood soccer games. But what's the wizard equivalent of that? My vote's not a snack, but give me a good old steak and kidney pie to get that protein. That's what he says.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's
All right.
kind of hilarious.
Well, I guess you can definitely find Mike and Potterless on Twitter.
Yeah, he is, well, it's at Potterless Pod, and Mike is, I was just stalking him, Shubes, SCHUBES 17 for Mike
For his
Schubert.
his Twitter.
Twits?
Twits.
I feel like that was not a nice word.
Twit.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you can, I guess, tweet at him. Oh, you know what else I noticed? When I was listening to podcasts on my way here, there's a sleep timer on Spotify now.
What?
That's got to be new, right? I've never noticed it before.
Yeah, me neither. Well,
It changes my whole podcasting world, so
I
it's
know.
great. Which is great. I'm happy for it. Speaking of which, you can find Potterless on Spotify and us. So we are on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, Libsyn, and you can tweet at us at the Podcafe, and you can email us at podcafe.contact@gmail.com.
yeah, give us a little rate and review on any of those, because apparently
Yeah.
that helps.
Yeah.
Apparently that's helpful.
That's a good thing. People want that.
Uh-huh.
People meaning the owners
Of the podcast?
of the
Meaning us?
of the places, platforms
Of
of
the
which
iTunes.
podcasts are played on. Oh, lost it. That was so many P words. And the beer's gone, so
And
the totally naked is totally empty.
well, I guess that's it.
That was pretty fun. We should do more live.
Yeah, I think I like the in-person
Yeah.
better. Well, it's not really live. It still won't come out for a week. But it's in person.
Yeah, in person.
Yeah.
I was live tweeting.
You were? Okay. Well, that's fun.
I had a good time with that.
Okay. Well, in the spirit of the sip and see,
Yeah, we gotta go back to the party.
do you want to give your advice that you wrote on a diaper?
Oh, yeah, we had to write on diapers. I wrote poop like you mean it.
Poop like you mean it. I wrote
Yeah.
bear down.
There we go.
All right, guys.
Okay, bye.